Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about what we talk about annually. That's right, whether or not the show that we like is good or not based on the awards that they receive. So basically today I'm going to be going down the nominations for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. What is the best, what is the worst, some of my predictions of what I think is going to win, what should win, and yeah, all that fun stuff. So if you want to check out the previous year's nominations and award winners, you can check out the video that we did last year. I do it every year. I think it's kind of fun to just give my predictions on what I think is going to win, kind of like the Oscars for the anime community. So as of recording this, it's January 18th. It came out the 17th, I believe. So yesterday, my time. Who knows what time for you by the time you see this. But yes, the nominations just came out. There are several award shows throughout the year that do their own show, like Anime Trending has one, and I think like there was another one that I can't remember off the top of my head, but there are several anime shows, but I feel like the Crunchyroll one is like the definitive one, the one that's probably going to get the most casual fans. The deeper fans, the ones who are really in the community, I think that's going to be more like the Anime Trending list. They do a good job of making it like a big event. They invite like, you know, influencers who are in the community. They invite like voice actors and developers, and like they throw out like a little show, and they stream it I think every year on YouTube. That's where I've watched it the past. So they do a good job with that, Crunchyroll themselves. So shout out to them for making it a big event as much as they do. And I guess the award show is going to be held on the 2nd of March, so that gives everybody like about a month or so of voting, because you can vote right now if you want. Crunchyroll.com. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go vote for your favorites. And yeah, it's going to be in Japan this year. I think maybe it always is, but I remember one year it was in like LA at one point. And there are like over 10 categories, but I'm not going to go over all of them because some of them I didn't really pay attention to and they're not as big. So I'm only going to go over the big ones that like me and you would care about, like anime of the year, performance of the year, characters of the year, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to start with best action because that's the one that I pay attention to the most as far as like the anime that I watch. They fall within the battle anime category. So here are the nominations. Attack on Titan Final Season, The Final Chapters Special 1. Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, The Separation. Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Swordsmith Village Arc, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and One Piece. Okay, so this is like the normal nominations, I guess, that we're used to seeing every year. I think the biggest one would probably be, or the newest one, I guess, is Chainsaw Man. That wasn't, I don't think, a part of any award shows last year because though it came out the early, or like the beginning of last year. So it came out 2023, so it missed the cutoff for being nominated last year. So Chainsaw Man is a new introduction into this category, but we have the perennial returners like Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen. Those ones are always in it. So for me, when I think of action, I think of like people fighting and power systems and stuff like that. So I don't think Attack on Titan is gonna win that because it has action, but it doesn't have like, it has more than just that. I think it's not just like the fight scenes themselves, it's more than that. So I don't think it's gonna win that one. One Piece, I feel like could sweep like all these categories, so I feel like they're not going to give it to One Piece specifically. They're going to wait and give that for like other awards maybe. Jujutsu Kaisen, pretty solid choice. Chainsaw Man had some action in it. I feel like the next arc will have like a better showing of action, but they did have like some cool animated scenes. The way they looked at everything, it was very cinematic. And Demon Slayer also remained pretty solid with the action. But for me, I feel like the winner for this one is going to be Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 because the fight scenes, every one of them was like a big theatrical masterpiece. It was crazy. You know, Demon Slayer last season, the one with Tengen, that was like the greatest fight scene ever. But that's nothing in season 2 or this new season of Swordsmith Village or whatever didn't live up to that hype, I feel like. So I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is going to run away with best action in this one. Okay, next category we have best comedy, and the nominations are Bocchi the Rock, Buddy Daddies, Mashal, Magic and Muscles, Spy Family Season 1 Core 2, Urusei Yatsura, Zon 100, The Bucket List of the Dead. Okay, so not all of these, well, okay, I've seen a few of these. I haven't seen all of the ones that are on here. I fell off Spy Family, Mashal I haven't got around to, I do want to see that, and Zon 100, it took the hiatus, so it kind of got weird after that point. But amongst these, what do I think is like the funniest for me, not having seen, Bocchi the Rock or Buddy Daddies, I think it has to go to Mashal, I guess. That's just what I've been hearing, that everybody who watches it says it's like hilarious and like it's just super funny. And I feel like Spy Family is funny, has funny moments, but it's more like a romance, family, fun type movie. It's not like super comedic, I feel like. But maybe I could be wrong. But so I feel like with those in mind, it's gonna have to go to Mashal, Magic and Muscles. Okay, next we have Best Drama, and here are the nominations. Attack on Titan, the final season, the final chapters, Special 1, Heavenly Delusion, My Happy Marriage, Oshinoko, To Your Eternity Season 2, Vinland Saga Season 2. Alright, so these are some heavy hitters. Some of these are like, oh man, these get dramatic. Okay, again, have not seen all of these, but I have heard great things about most of these. Like Oshinoko, everybody loved that. I haven't got around to it. I do want to see it. It was just weird because it was like on High Dive specifically or something like that. I need to get on that. But the rest of them, Vinland Saga, crazy. Heavenly Delusion, crazy. And Attack on Titan, it's hard to compete with that. So there are some like the heaviest of hitters here in this category, and I feel like amongst all of them, I think Attack on Titan is gonna win it because it's so dramatic and so draining, and the ending it paid off so well. So I feel like it just, the story itself was overall very dramatic. There wasn't any like happiness in that season at all. Like in the other ones, there were some like funny moments, whatever. But in Attack on Titan, there's like nothing. It's all just like straight drama. So I feel like it's gonna win because of that. There was no happy time in that entire season. So for that, they're gonna get a happy award with the best drama. And there's also a best romance and best fantasy category, but I'm not gonna go over those because I didn't watch any romance nominations, and I did watch the fantasy ones, but I feel like it's more of the same as like the action one, so not worth going over for me. But if you want, like I said, I'll put the link down below. You can look at all the nominations for yourself and all the award categories yourself. All right, next little fun category, we have Best Anime Songs. We have Idol from Oshinoko. We have Kickback from Chainsaw Man. Seiyun Complex from Bocchi the Rock. We have Suzume from Suzume. We have Where Our Blue Is from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. And we have Work from Hell's Paradise. These are all like the opening theme songs for these shows, and Suzume the main theme for that movie itself. I want to go over this real quick because I feel like this is the first time I've heard like all of these, and they've all been pretty like solid choices. I really do love most of these openings. Hell's Paradise one, it's fine, it's whatever. But the other ones, yes, very good. I know everybody loves the Idol opening for Oshinoko. That one went crazy like on TikTok and stuff. And then also the Where Our Blue Is from Jujutsu Kaisen, another big one on TikTok itself. Everybody loves that opening. In my opinion, I think it's better than Special Z, whatever you want to pronounce it. That's a hot take apparently. People love the second opening for Season 2. I don't. I like the first opening way better. And Kickback is just so like infectious when it hits the hook, and then you see like just Chainsaw Man just drop it down. It's just like, oh, so good. Oh, and then the Suzume one is so beautiful. The very, very nice little addition to this category. But I feel like the winner overall for me has got to be Where Our Blue Is from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. All right, next up we have Best Supporting Character. This is cool. This is like a new addition. Last year it was like Best Boy and Best Girl. This one they're separating into like kind of more Oscar-like categories where it's Best Supporting and then Best Main. So we're gonna go over Best Supporting Character right now. We have Reagan from Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. We have Hange, or Hange, I don't know how you pronounce it, from Attack on Titan, the final chapter, season whatever. We have Arima from Oshinoko, Power from Chainsaw Man, Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
I'm not Geto.
Who the hell is Gojo?
I love that meme. That meme is hilarious. So out of these characters, surprising they put Gojo and Geto as supporting characters when they could have been, I guess, the main characters. Maybe they should have been nominated together. Then they would have had like a better chance of winning it. But man, yeah, I don't know. I like all these characters. They're all good for what they are. Power, very annoying in the anime, so I don't think she's gonna win, but she probably will based off fan vote, because it is based off of fan vote. So I think she probably, it's gonna be between Gojo and Power as far as voting goes. If I had to pick between them, what is the better supporting character? I'm gonna pick Gojo, I guess. But I don't think he fills the role of a supporting character. To me, he's the main character, especially in the first half of that season. So I guess overall best supporting character, someone who supports the main character, I think it's gonna be Power, and she's gonna win it because of that, but also because of the popular vote. She probably gonna run away with it. So shout out to Power. And now we have best main character. We have Bocchi from Bocchi the Rock, Denji from Chainsaw Man, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, Mob from Mob Psycho 100, Luffy from One Piece, and Thorfinn from Vinland Saga Season 2. Okay. This is crazy that they have like Mob nominated, even though his show from this point on hasn't been on for like a year. That's just the way that the award season cycle went. Yeah, all these characters are really good. It's a very hard category to win. I feel like they could have won each one of them if they were nominated with other characters that are not these characters. It's very tough. Do they give it to Eren again because they give it to him like every year he's nominated? Or do they figure, hey, in this last final season episode, he didn't really do a whole lot. He was kind of like there in theory, but it was about like everybody else involved in the regime or whatever. So I don't think he will win it this year because of that reason. He was more of like he took a back seat to the main supporting cast. Denji's cool, but I think he gets cooler like in the next arc. He'll get like more fleshed out. I feel like they didn't really like super flesh him out. They did enough in the first couple episodes, but it wasn't like, oh man, Denji's cool, I love him. I feel like anybody who watched Chainsaw Man's like, oh, Power, she's cooler. So if you're a supporting character, can steal your show that quickly, you're not a good main character. Do they give it to Luffy because Luffy is Luffy? Or do they give my man Thorfinn some love? Maybe. That's a good choice. I don't know who to pick. I'm gonna just go with who I want to win, and they deserve it. I'm gonna pick Mob from Mob Psycho Season 3 because he's the best boy. Even though they changed the name of the category, he is still the best, and I love him, and he deserves the praise. Will he win it? I'm not quite sure. This is a very hard category to win, but my personal choice would be Mob. All right, and finally we have the biggest award of the night, which is Anime of the Year, Best Anime. They separated this category, actually. It's like they separated from Best Anime, Best New Anime, Best Continuing Series. That's, I feel like, how they justified leaving some of the people off of this list. But like the main nominations for Best Anime of the Year, these are the nominations. We have Bocchi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Oshinoko, and Vinland Saga. All right, my main thing when I first saw this list, I was like, hey, man, you didn't put my favorite one on here of the year. Heavenly Delusion, Tengoku Daimakyo, that's the name you'll see. That for me, I feel like was my anime of the year. I love that. That was like the new hotness for me. It did something new and different within the realm of anime. It was like very science fiction-y, which is cool. It was a nice little change of pace for me, seeing just like battle heavy anime. So yeah, beautifully done, beautifully animated, shot, however you want to say it, directed. The storyline was very interesting. But yeah, it didn't get nominated for Best Anime of the Year. That was like my main thing. I was like, you know what? Forget you guys. They kind of threw it a bone and included it in like Best New Series, which I told you a second ago. It's like a way they separated the category so they wouldn't leave anyone's favorite off. Whatever. But anyway, out of the nominations that we do have, what is gonna win it? I don't know. You know, I thought that it was like a popularity contest last year. I think it was last year, but Cyberpunk ended up winning, which is like the underdog. So will an underdog take it this year, like Oshinoko, or will like the hype and power of Jujutsu Kaisen take it? Who knows? What could it be? Or is it just like a story-driven banger with Vinland Saga Season 2? Or is it going to be something that stayed steady throughout with the new Demon Slayer season? It was, you know, not as hype as the other seasons, I feel like, but it still was pretty damn good. It wasn't the best, but it kept up there, and it's still nominated for Best Anime for a reason. Or is it Bocchi the Rock? I have not watched it, but apparently it's the best because it's nominated for like every award here. I should probably get on that. That could be the big winner there. And then Chainsaw Man. I don't think it's gonna win. I think it was kind of like a just, hey, here's something for you guys, because again, not the best anime adaptation. They had some stumbles, so I don't think it's gonna win there. I don't think it's even popular enough to win as far as like the casual voters go, people who are going to be like participating in the voting of this. So it's hard to say. I feel like the two ones that could possibly win it are Bocchi the Rock and Oshinoko, and I haven't seen them, so I can't give you a definitive opinion on them, and if they're deserving of it or not. I'm sure they are, but for me, I feel like out of all these nominations, the one that stayed true and stayed steady and kept the hype and kept everybody watching, even like the most casual of watchers, it's gonna be Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. It's undeniable. First half of the season, heartfelt, amazing message, backstory that we get on Gojo and Geto, and then the second half is just like all action and sadness and beautifully choreographed fight scenes and just like raising the bar from the first season. I know MAPPA has their issues with their animators and all that jazz, but I feel like they gave us a good product, and it's deserving of best anime of the year for a reason. It's kept the hype, it's kept people excited, and it even got me to just like continue the story in manga form. And I don't read manga like that. That was one of the ones where I was like, you know what, I can't wait. It had me so excited and so ready for the next part that I was like, let me go seek this out on my own. So yeah, for that, I feel like that is going to win anime of the year for me. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Yes, season 2. Interesting that they didn't nominate Attack on Titan. I feel like that was gonna be the one, but I guess technically it wasn't like a full season. It was just like one episode, so that makes sense. And it's gonna be interesting to see what gets nominated last year that got left off this year, like the ones that have come out before the nominations were like finally like closed, like the ballots and everything. So the ones that like caught heat towards the end of last year going into this year, what are those gonna be? Very interesting to see what's going to happen there. But those are the Crunchyroll Anime Award nominations and my predictions for you guys. Again, that's going to be on March 2nd, so go ahead and tune in if they do a show or whatever they do there to find out the winners. Hopefully I get some of these right. I think I got like a few last year right. I haven't gone back and looked, but I'm sure I got like at least one of them right. I have to get at least one right. So hopefully I can do more than just one. So hopefully you guys did enjoy these predictions. Hopefully you guys will continue to watch and subscribe to our channel. Do that down below. Follow us. All that information is down below, as well as like the link to go vote and look at the nominations. That's below as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, go watch these nominations if you have not already. I'm gonna go watch Bocchi the Rock and Oshi no Ko once I get a High Dive account, which I probably never will.